Play continues. It's gone back and forth here. Mayo's been very steady. Now Williamson with an ace-jack.
There are 2 calls.
All in.
And he's just going to jump.
66.
Well, that's the kind of move you were talking about before, that you do have to be bold. Remember, the blinds are 8 and 16,000.
It's not hard to do when you're dealt an ace-jack
No.
heads up. It's hard to do when you're dealt a jack-4.
I don't know how much is there.
No, not much going on here.
Call. How many do I have there?
You got 7, put out 9.
Check.
Let's clear 2 checks.
So 2 players to the flop.
And I expect Mayo to bet any flop that Williamson checks. Ooh,
4 diamonds and a little
flop.
pair.
What a great flop for Williamson.
Check.
Clear 2 checks.
20.
Clear 5 bets 20.
Fold.
Mayo's reading Williamson pretty well. Meantime, Williamson inching upward. He's at 198,000 now.
Nearly a 2-to-1 chip lead for the Canadian.
That can change in a moment, however. Williamson again with King 8.
Fold.
Good hand. Mayo's not even going to bother with this one. Now almost a 2-to-1 chip edge for Williamson. Boy, Williamson's getting some cards here, isn't he?
Call.
Clear 5 calls.
Check.
Clear 2 checks.
Deuce, ace again for Williamson. And
2
an ace.
pair.
Wow. Boy, he's not getting cards. He's helping himself on the flop.
Check.
Time and again. Mayo senses that he's got something.
20.
Clear 5 bets 20,000.
And Williamson will get no value out of this monster flop.
Fold.
Yeah, Mayo, very good read right from the get-go. I thought that little hesitation on the first bet by Williamson kind of tipped Mayo.
Is that 20 or is that 16 right there?
But in the meantime, Williamson keeps getting good cards, and he's at 222,000. He's got a little pair again. Now we can get a confrontation.
I would, if I'm Mayo, I'm moving all in here, and I think Williamson's got to call him.
Raise to 30.
Raise to 30.
Raise to 32.
Makes the
Can I get a chip count?
absolute minimum raise, which I don't think is a good idea at
Call.
this point, Barry.
And he does get a call from Williamson.
32, 65.
I mean, the only way I think you can make a minimum raise
16
here
more?
is if you have a pair of aces, a pair of kings, pair of queens, some huge hand that you are trying to milk for value. King 7 is not really a value hand.
Queen, 9, and deuce, and 4 diamonds for each player.
Mayo has
Check.
the better diamond.
He does.
There he goes.
Going all in.
46.
Now
Decision for
Boy, is it.
Williamson.
Ooh.
Apparently not.
Goes away. So that makes it 190,000 to 110,000. Williamson's just
Don't
been
know how
getting
much
great
those-
cards. Not so much now, but
Call. 6.
Check.
1 more. Thank you.
You're welcome.
so here we go to the flop. There's 1 spade, and there's a little pair.
How much is in the pot?
32,000.
20.
Mayo bets 20,000. Now let's see what Williamson does here. He has, as you see, almost a 2-to-1 advantage, 3-to-1 advantage.
But it's bottom pair with a very weak kicker. I don't think he'll call.
He won't. So So that, again, begins to level the playing field. 174,000 to 126,000 head-to-head for a seat at $1 million qualifier.